Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of this series of uploads. First off, I've shown you the team in a team building video. Well, I should call it a team analysis video. I didn't really build a team building video yet. But today I'm actually going to show you how to use the team. I'm just going to do this live right now. It's going to be the Mega-aerodactyl hyper offensive team, and I'm going to play one game with each version I have. One version is with Lucario, with SD Lucario, and one version is going to be with Mix Infernape instead of purely physical Infernape. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump into this battle. If you want to use this team yourself, there will be a link in the description which will bring you to the RMT, and a link which will bring you to my previous video, which is going to be the team building video, the team analysis video actually. So I'm just going to pause until I find a game. So I found a battle against this team with a lot of threats, especially Suicune is a bit of a threat to my team. What I want to do is just lead with Elizabeth. Hope he doesn't lead with the Darmanitan, so otherwise I might have a bit of a problem. Maybe I should make it a bit bigger next time so you can see a bit more of what's happening below. But I do think I have quite some lag because I clicked the timer button quite some time ago. He leads with Alakazam. What I can do right now is just switch in Sazandora on the predicted Psyshock and then just U-turn out. But I don't know, he might be able to predict that, but regardless of anything, I'm just going to do that. And he is going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, which is really unfortunate. Regardless of anything, I really just want to go into John Wayne. I don't really agree with over-predicting first turn, but everyone has their own play style, so I'm just going to go a U-turn on the Alakazam. He probably does not want his sash to be broken just yet, because I'm going to U-turn out in, well, depending on what he switches in, obviously. So now I do have an opportunity to go into Elizabeth, and I can either fire up a Sludge Wave or just get up my rocks. What I think is going to be more beneficial is getting up rocks, since he has Darmanitan. But I don't really have anything to take the Darmanitan on since my Hydreigon died, so I basically have to sack a lot of Pokemons every time he switches in his Darmanitan. But unfortunate. Now I do think he's going to Spiky Shield though, so I'm just going to switch in John Wayne, as he just goes for spikes. Well, that's fine. I can go for Brave Bird. Nothing on his team really is going to appreciate Brave Bird, as he just decides to stay in. I do take a ton of recoil, but it doesn't really matter all that much. I would like to keep this thing around just a bit more, because, well, this thing might actually be scarfed as well. Then I could have a big ass problem, but it's not scarfed. Probably just gonna go for knockoff. Best thing, I have to take a knockoff. Would be Infernape. Oh, he actually is going for Pursuit. Oh, that was actually the only thing I had for his Alakazam. I'm a bit struggling right now. This is the first time I'm using this team in quite some time actually. But I'm just gonna go into Infernape, and I'm not really sure what he wants to do. He might just switch in Suicune. He might just sack this as well. I think my best play is just going for the close combat, as he does switch into Suicune, which is perfectly fine by me, because you get completely two-shotted by my Samatraz. So I can just click it again, and basically every time Infernape switches in, I do get a kill. However, every time his Alakazam is going to switch in right now, it's going to get a kill as well. I just should have stayed in with Nidoqueen and banked on the... Now, in my opinion, I made the optimal play, because it's not really that smart to over-predict first turn. but that is just an opinion. What I could do right now is actually Mach Punch, but I don't really think that is going to be the best play. I'm just gonna switch in the Mega-aerodactyl and start clicking Aerial Ace, I guess. So he is gonna go for the Side Shock, which is going to do a lot, but I knew I could live at least one. Mega-aerodactyl is actually pretty damn frail, but now he goes into Crocodile, and the only thing this thing can do right now is just click Pursuit, but Aerial Ace is a solid 2-hit KO, so I feel no need to click Aqua Tail. This might actually be the reason why I run Aqua Tail. Unintended, of course, but that might be the reason why it would be useful to run this. However, I'm kind of forced to switch in Elizabeth right now. Nikkei might be useful because it does outspeed his Alakazam, and I don't think he's able to get rocks anymore in this game. Unless Blissey carries rocks, which is perfectly possible. I'm just going to go Sludge Wave to see what it does. It doesn't really do that much. But basically, I've used Elizabeth as fodder right now to get a safe switch into my Samatraz. I'm just going to go for a bit extra damage. He might just wish, well, that's fine. He's going to kill me, but it doesn't really matter because he's not going to be able to live the next hit of my Infernape. I'm just going to go close combat and clean knock this thing out. Everything he switches in right now is going to experience a Mach Punch. He does switch in Alakazam, and the only thing I want to do is just break this thing's sash. I do get a crit, don't think that is going to matter in the long run, in the slightest actually. So I can switch in Aerodactyl, which is going to be faster, I think. And I can just tap Aerial Ace and kill it. So now his last Pokemon is going to be Darmanitan. Darmanitan is a huge threat to this team as soon as Hydreigon goes down, because usually I just sack one Pokemon to it and then revenge kill it. But oh, this thing is actually not Scarfed, it is Banded, so this means that my Raikou is actually going to be faster as well. So I had a really bad start. But regardless of anything, I'm going to be able to knock this thing out. Should have actually gone Earthquake right there and knocked it clean out, but that's fine. I'm just gonna GG this guy, and I'm going to find another battle with the version 2 of this team with SD Lucario. So I will see you when I find a battle. So I have found a battle against this semi-offensive, defensive, well, semi-stall team actually. It has a P2, and I don't have knockoff on this team, which is a bit of a problem, to be honest. But as soon as I gab an SD with Lucario, it's going to be able to kill 1, 2, 3. Well, all 3 of his defensive mons. Growlithe might be defensive, but Houndoom is going to be definitely specially offensive. So his only offensive mon is going to be either the Sceptile, Ant, or Crobat. So I'm just going to jump into this battle. I feel no worries leading off with Nidoqueen. I think Nidoqueen is going to be a solid lead off against his team, as I do not fear the Scald in the slightest. It's going to do decent damage, but it's not really going to hurt. And Rocks is good against his team because he doesn't even have a single Pokemon that resists Rocks. Looking at it right now. So I might be able to save this and just go into Raikou right now, because Raikou is not going to take a lot from that Scald. I do have Choice Specs, and I can just click Volt Switch and do a lot of damage to this thing, or keep momentum. I activated his Cell Battery, really. Well, I do think Crobat can take on any physical Sceptile by just clicking Brave Bird, as he does reveal the Rock Slide, which is slightly annoying. But I do manage to survive because of the HP investment. I do carry in my Crobat. I think I carried 200 in HP. Let me just check that real quick. Don't want to come across as a moron. Crobat 104 actually, 104 in HP investment. So let's get back into this battle. He does have Crobat, but if I'm faster than him, he will not be able to get rid of rocks. But that doesn't happen. What I could do is actually set up a Sword Dance, but nah, I do think Houndoom is faster. I'm not really sure whether regular Houndoom is going to be faster than Lucario. Indeed, it is going to be faster. So what I could do is just go into Aerodactyl, get off the Mega Evolution, and just go for safe Aerial Ace. Don't really care about his Crobat, because I'm faster now than the entirety of his team, and I did get off my Mega Evolution, which enables me to be faster than anything. Even though I don't want to take hits from this thing, I kinda want to keep Aerodactyl alive because of Mega Houndoom, so what I'm going to do is switch in Raikou, and I need to get a free switch into Nidoqueen, just to set up rocks. So, yeah, that is gonna hurt, and I cannot switch in Raikou in on this again. Regardless of anything, I'm just gonna go for Volt Switch. I don't think he has any Cell Battery Pokemon left, which is an item I've never seen before, but wow, that crit does a lot of damage. He's probably just gonna Scald again, or gonna go Recover. So I just feel like going into a Dragon is my best option, and then just click Draco Meteor. Wow, I really thought that would kill. Looking at the roll on the, I do feel like kind of sacking Nidoqueen right now. I don't really need rocks that much, and now I can just bring in Raikou for free again. I really thought that would kill, but I apparently forgot my Raikou with Specs. I'm really moron. Wow, that wasn't even close to being a roll. So I go into Raikou now, and now I can just freely T-Bolt anything. He does have Umbreon, but I don't really care about Umbreon in general, because I do have Lucario on this team, and I do have Justified on it. So if he goes for Foul Play, that is only going to boost me. Just give me a tiny little boost, which enables me to basically kill something on his team right now. So Lucario does get a kill. Umbreon was a bit of a problem for me, and the only switch in he has is Mega Houndoom, which gets completely walled by Hydreigon, unless it's carrying HPIs, and even then it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. I do avoid the Fire Blast. I don't really think that mattered in the long run at all, so I'm just gonna U-turn. So he goes into P2. What I can do right now is just go back into Lucario and just click Close Combat again. I don't really see much opportunity for Lucario to set up a Sword Dance, but I'm just gonna do a whole lot of damage to this thing. It might kill me, but at least P2 is out of the way. So obviously that is really solid. What did U-turn do? U-turn did a 9%. So that's what I'm gonna do again and kill this thing. So I'm just gonna switch a Mega-aerodactyl. I could have done this in first place and just clicked Aerial Ace. Not really sure why I didn't, but I actually need some prior damage on this thing with Hydreigon, because otherwise I won't be able to kill this thing. What I'm going to do is just fire off Dark Pulses right now, because I do want some damage on this thing. I do think he's gonna go Recover right now, because he could not risk another flinch. What I basically need him to do is kill me. He might Recover again. No, he's just gonna switch in Houndoom, which is fine as well, because after this I can just switch in Aerodactyl, and go for the Earthquake. He's actually taking a lot of unnecessary damage on his Houndoom. I don't really think I made the optimal plays this game, but I do think I'm going to end up on top. Just switch a Mega-aerodactyl, which I'm not sure whether this Aerodactyl is adamant. This Aerodactyl is adamant. Regardless of that, I can just click aerials, do lots of damage to Pokemon right there. What I can do is just click Stone Edge. If I connect, I'm going to kill it, and I'm able to kill the Houndoom as well. So this is going to be a good game. Really, yeah, well, even though I said in the team analysis video that I didn't really like Mega-Lucario, the Lucario on this team, Lucario still put in some solid work in this game. But I don't think he put in any work that Infernape could not have done as well, because I didn't find any space or any free turns where I could set up an SD and just knock things clean out. So, but I'm going to play one more game, as I said I would do, with the version 3 of this team. So I'm just going to pause this until I find the next battle. So I did find a third battle. It's taking me a long ass time to find these battles though. But as I said, it's going to be slight variation. This is going to be Mixed Infernape over Physical Infernape or SD Lucario. So he has a Shuckle, so I don't really feel the need to lead with Nidoqueen, even though I do think Nidoqueen is actually the thing that will hit this the hardest. So regardless of anything, I'm going to lead with Nidoqueen. But I'm not going to lead with it to set up Starfox. I'm just going to lead with it to damage the Shuckle. Even though it doesn't lead with Shuckle, I want it to damage Shuckle with it. So we're going to Raikou. He scalds me, I don't really care. And what I can do, he probably doesn't want to take a Volt Switch. I could go for the offensive move and click Hidden Power Ice. I also could not do that, but I think I'm just gonna do it in Power Ice, and as he stays in, but unfortunate. If he burns me right now, I cannot switch it into another Scald. That really does suck. Just gonna go into Hydreigon. I basically wasted my Raikou right there. Just should have gone for the safer play. Now I can just go U-turn. I still have Crobat, so not really any point, but he probably just wants to kill my Raikou. But I'm just gonna go into Nidoqueen right now on the Shuckle. So as he does get up Stealth Rocks, I do not care because I have Crobat, and nothing on your team except for Scarf Hydreigon is going to be outspeeding my Crobat. So what I can do is actually click Sludge Wave, click Earth Power, and you're just gonna go Infestation. I don't even care. What he can do right now is actually go Encore and then get a free switch into Hydreigon. So I don't want that. I just want to go Sludge Wave then. So that's to ensure that he doesn't get a free switch into Hydreigon. So anything on his team is going to be taking well, yeah, quite some damage actually. Hydreigon didn't appreciate that. Regardless, I'm going to stay in. I'm not really sure whether that is Specs or whatever damage. So I don't have Vacuum Wave on Infernape. That would have been really nice to have. What I can do right now though is switch in Crobat and get rid of the rocks, or switch in Infernape. I'm actually going to do the last one and set up a nasty plot as okay, he's gonna go and switch in Infernape, Hitmontop to get the Intimidate off, but I don't care because I am especially offensive with the Fire Blast. So that is good for me, as long as it connects, obviously. Do hope this thing connects. He's gonna go into Shuckle just as Death Fodder, which works for me. He was definitely threatened by the nasty plot, but as soon as he's gonna go into his Scarf right now, if Hydreigon is Scarf, he's gonna go into it right now. But it's not. He's gonna go into Vaporeon thinking he can live a hit. Maybe that is true, as it does turn out to be true. What I can do right now is just go in Crobat and just kill it with the Brave Bird. I do think he is in killable range, as he lives 1%, so that was definitely a roll. I don't really think he feels the need to. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Brave Bird. And after the Black Sludge, I'm going to be able to live under Stealth Rock switch in and get rid of the rocks, which enables my Raikou to live a bit longer and get off quite some damage on his team. Now, even though most of his team carries priority probably, so I don't think he wants to go Draco because Dark Pulse is going to be killing this thing. So I'm just gonna switch an Hydreigon on the predicted Dark Pulse. Oh my god, I got really lucky there. What I can do is just sack Raikou. What I can do is risk a Speed High. I'm just gonna risk the Speed High and win it actually. Was that Scarf? Maybe that was Scarf, I don't know. But if that was Scarf, I just got really lucky right there. He does sending Toxicroak right now, which might be SD, but I don't care as long as Hydreigon is reasonably healthy. I'm just gonna switch in this thing. He does go knockoff. Oh, I actually had Assault Vest Hydreigon. Not really agreeing with that, but whatever. So what I'm gonna do is Roost, as I actually predicted him to go for the Sucker Punch, but he doesn't go for Sucker Punch. So I'm gonna Roost again. Okay, he's actually revealing to me that he cannot do anything to me. He probably does not have Ice Punch, but I do Roost, so it doesn't really matter all that much. He brings in Torterra, and the thing, this is the only thing I really want damage on, and Crobat is gonna get a lot of damage on it. So if he's going to predict my Roost, that's going to be really bad. But if he doesn't, well, I'm just, yeah, exactly. I can just go for Brave Bird, get damage on this thing as well, which is going to be huge. So now Aerodactyl can do a lot of damage to his team with the Aerial Ace, because all three of his remaining pokes are weak to the Aerial Ace. I don't really feel like this is a solid opponent. He does have a bit of an odd team, but I don't really think this guy is great. He does send a hit on top. That is really going to end up mattering. The extra fake out damage. Damn, bruh. Oh, that actually knocks him out. That was really good. But probably Sucker Punch will be able to knock me out from this range, as he does not have the Sucker Punch. Wow, that is really unfortunate for him. This guy only had a rating of 1385, so he's not the best of opponents, but regardless, I got to showcase my team. I got really close battles, and I won all three of them, so I'm really satisfied. Hope you're satisfied with the result as well, and hopefully I will see you in my next team building video. Peace.